First of all, Charles, you should know that Mao was not going to run for parliament. The president personally called Mao and said, you go and run.
Nah, but come on.
He was not running. So he went to run because the president wanted him in parliament.
And allow me to honorable to my bow, Norbert Mao, for a good job, which he did. He was shaking the tree which had his good.
That's quite an admission for the good job he did, Norbert Mao. He was shaking the tree that had fruits. What?
But for the right cause. This was an operation found by the commander-in-chief when he said this was an operation which was very successful.
This was an operation. What's the name of this operation? Operation Lightning Thunder, Operation Annihilate Anita Among.
You're watching Mordecai Marissa Live Political Commentary. Please consider subscribing to help grow Uganda's Voices of Struggle ecosystem. Thank you.
I cannot appreciate you enough for using your valuable time to always go on social media, break down things for people.
And yes, indeed, broadcasting to you from these United States of the Americas. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I am the aforementioned Mordecai Marissa, and you're welcome to Mordecai Marissa Live once again. Exactly. I hope you're having a wonderful time, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for keeping it Mordecai Marissa Live, and I hope you're ready. Should we or shall we? Let's do this. Tonight we're going to be giving our comments about this unending issue of former Speaker of Parliament Anita Among, whose whereabouts are still uncertain. The incumbent Jacob Oboth-Oboth and Museveni's proxy or Trojan horse Norbert Mao and Muhoozi Kainerugaba. The politics they played, it is unbelievable. And we have this culture in Uganda. I don't want to say Uganda, but I think almost everywhere, the attention span is really dwindling every day. Ugandans are so quick, or we are so quick to move on with this new tool we have called social media. News are breaking out every day, breaking news everywhere. So I don't blame anybody. I am one of those people that you really move on really fast. But I still continue to follow updates regarding Anita Amongo's camp. I mean, we're talking about a woman who was so influential. She would bully members of parliament, threaten, abduct, do whatever she wants. And I'm not talking about doing this in like 1990s or 1980s. No, this just happened. Like, she was this strong like 6 months ago, 3 months ago. You know? And all of that really disappears just like that? Come on. So, with every passing day, the events surrounding Anita Amongo's removal from the speakership race look less like ordinary politics and more like a carefully orchestrated operation. A few weeks ago, Ugandans, we all watched as state agencies descended on our homes under the ban of fighting corruption and illicit enrichment. At the same time, the ruling establishment, Museveni and Muhoozi Kainerugaba respectively, abruptly withdrew their support for her and shifted it behind Jacob Oboth-Oboth. The official explanation was accountability. The political reality now is starting to be more revealing. You can say that the masks are beginning to slip. And why is this? In separate speeches, the incumbent Speaker of Parliament, Jacob Oboth-Oboth, has openly acknowledged the role played by Norbert Mao, Museveni's emissary, Museveni's obsequious foot soldier, a millionaire lucky, a bootlicker. You know, Norbert Mao, whose surprise candidacy many believed was designed to weaken Amongo's position, and rightly so. Oboth himself, in this speech, described Norbert Mao's role as having shaken the tree before the final outcome was achieved. Okay? I'm going to play you a video you won't believe. I wish I was kidding. No, I'm not. And even more revealing was Jacob Oboth-Oboth, his admission that he had no personal ambition to become speaker and that it was dictator Museveni and his Napo baby, Muhoozi Kainerugaba, who pushed him into the race. Wow. Says a lot about these tough guys. Okay. Now, all these taken together, these statements paint a picture that many Ugandans suspected all along. Like we said, Museveni doesn't care about corruption. He's the face of corruption in Uganda. He's surrounded by corrupt folks. He survives, or he's been able to keep that firm grip on power because of corruption. So this wasn't about corruption at all. The speakership contest was not simply a democratic process, never, or a democratic competition at all, zero, but a political project managed from above. Museveni, Muhoozi, Salim Saleh, and their inner circle. And the tragedy is not that Anita Among lost this position. I mean, welcome to politics. People lose and people win every day. They lose big positions or small positions. That's normal. You expect it. I mean, I had a few people I wanted them to win in the different positions in Uganda. They lost. That's understandable. The tragedy is that those involved in this very evil, very grotesque plot against their own Anita Among are comfortably and publicly boasting about the methods used to remove, like I mentioned, one of their own. Oh, this is what we did. Like I said, don't take my word for it. Allow me show you this. Actually, I think I'm going to have to start with this, this guy, Andrew Mwenda, telling you that, you know what? Museveni is the one who endorsed or who asked Norbert Mao to run. And he didn't want him to win. Like it was his proxy, a Trojan horse, scarecrow to Anita Among, like signaling to her, please get out of the race. Listen here. Okay.
Norbert Mao, our friend, has made a very, very public bid for it. So is that a show event to show that there is some competition, or Andrew, as you say, there are some forces in the NRM who want to contain her power and are using people like Mao as proxies?
Well, first of all, Charles, you should know that Mao was not going to run for parliament. The president personally called Mao and said, you go and run.
Nah, but come on.
He was not running. So he went to run because the president wanted him in parliament.
Okay, that's it. Mao had no interest whatsoever to run. But Museveni tells him, hey, I want you to go and run against Anita Among. And we can all come to a conclusion that there was billions of money, if not more than that, given to Norbert Mao to do this. Sad. Okay, now let's go on to where Jacob Oboth-Oboth is actually thanking Norbert Mao for what he did. Listen here. Unbelievable.
When you see people celebrating about presidential appointment as minister, you may take it for granted. It is a huge thing. There are only about 82 or 81 in a population of 48 million. So you find Honorable Norbert Mao, Minister of Justice and Constitutional Affairs. And allow me to thank Honorable Norbert Mao for a good job, which he did. He was shaping the tree which had its good.
That's quite an admission for the good job he did, Norbert Mao. He was shaking the tree that had fruits. What? Isn't it sad? There's a state you get to. I think it's a place where you get too much drunk on power that you say what you shouldn't be saying out loud. So Norbert Mao shook the tree. This pretty much telling us Norbert Mao has never had interest interest in this position. But he had to shake the tree. That's quite an admission. Wow.
He was shaking. Me, I was not even interested in the fruits.
Me, I wasn't interested in the fruits. Wow.
So thank you very much for shaking that tree.
And Norbert Mao is there. You know, there's if there's a thing I've learned about Norbert Mao, is the true face of desperation for proximity to power. He enjoys engaging with these big boys, you know. He loves that. There's a press conference where I said, the transition is happening in places that decide whatever. I don't know how, I don't remember the phraseology, how he phrased that. Is there a term like phraseology? I don't know. The phrases he used, but you know, to that effect. We are in these places. We are the ones who decide. A man who completely betrayed his principles. Look at him.
I am sure that you've not moved far away from that tree, and you will benefit from the fruits that are falling from that tree.
Wow. This is quite revealing. I know I'm sure you've not moved very far away from the tree. You are enjoying the fruits. Like he's pretty much telling him, hey, see, I wasn't interested in the fruits, but I ended up having to take the vast majority of the fruits on this tree. And I know where you are. I'll be sending you some of these fruits. What? Unbelievable. That's unbelievable. I mean, how do they say these words? You know, and then there's a separate speech where he said this. Pay attention. This man, he talks too much. I don't know.
First, the CDF, they are the ones who dragged me.
Oh.
And then the Prime Minister really pulling me. I was hesitant to go and swear in. And didn't you watch that? But for the right cause. This was an operation.
Wow.
Found by the commander-in-chief when he said this was an operation which was very successful.
This was an operation. What's the name of this operation? Operation Lightning Thunder, Operation Annihilate Anita Among, Operation Let the crook fall. I mean, what was the name of this operation?
And the person who led that operation is none other than the CDF. I take this opportunity to most sincerely thank him on record for the strategic support, the guidance, endorsement. That endorsement made me not spend even a coin.
Wow. That endorsement made me not spend even a coin. The subtext right there is, you know what? You cannot win without money. But because there were people behind my candidacy, they spent on my behalf. They were able to spend on my behalf. This is unbelievable. Do they write these speeches, or do they get lost in the moment and they say these quiet part loud? It's sad. So this was never about corruption. Sad. Let me know what you think. It is unbelievable, but that's the NRM criminal regime for you. I wanted to show you that. They're telling us it's never been about corruption or illicit enrichment. Never. Let me know what you think. My name is Mordecai Morisa. I'll be back here soon. Stick around.
Did you enjoy what you just watched?
I'm sure they did.
I'm going to guess that you did. How about you consider subscribing to Mordecai Marissa Live YouTube channel? Thank you.